Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Earl Rush, and I am the host of Straight Up Talk. Tonight, I get the pleasure and the honor of speaking with Cecilia Villalobos, aka DC Salsa Queen. So we've been having a whole lot of great people to interview, and Cece's the next up. And every interview, I always go into a little story of how I met the person that I'm interviewing. So this is how I met Cecilia Villalobos. Now you already know that I met Leo Guinguito at a dance contest. At that time, I was getting in a lot of contests. Okay, I was going all around and I was doing the LA style thing. I was doing flips and everything. So I thought I was a bad guy. So a couple of weeks later, after I meet on Guinguito, I go to a contest. I don't even know where it was. We used to go to contests every week. So I'm looking at the crowd and I'm thinking I'm going to win, but this is a lady I had never seen before, and I know this isn't politically correct and this isn't the right climate for this. She was dancing with a white boy. I said, "We ain't gonna have no problem with her." She was dancing with Jim.
Oh, yes.
Really nice guy, great guy, good dancer. And this also helped me to stop stereotype in salsa dancing. You just because you are European persuasion or black or whatever, that doesn't mean you can't dance salsa. So of course, CC and Jim won the contest, and Jim really did look good, but you know, let's not kid each other. CC won that contest. Okay, it just didn't matter who she was dancing with, but Jim could dance, and he did very good. So I don't want to downplay his part. So that's how I met CC. I lost a dance contest, and I did some good moves that night too. So I lost it to CC and her partner Jim, and ever since we've been friends. We've never been mad at each other or anything like that. We've been friends for almost 24 years. Cecilia Villalobos, how are you today, young lady?
Good, good, good. I'm 21.
You good?
I'm still 21, Earl.
Talk a little louder so I can hear you. Can you?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, just a little louder. Yeah.
A
Okay.
little louder.
All right.
Okay.
Now one thing I like about you, CC, and this is the real deal. And people can look at your videos and see, you're beautiful and pretty. That's not why I like you. I like you because you really can teach people to dance. I mean, I have seen you, and I'm not belittling anyone. I have seen you take people who can barely walk across the street. And in a few weeks with you, they actually dancing, right? You don't have to believe me. You look at Cece's videos. She's got classes on right now where you see people like, are they getting ready to fall? Because they like barely can walk. But you watch those same group, and CC will have those people dancing in 4 to 5 weeks. So I respect you so much because first of all, anyone that does anything for 24 years, they have to have a passion for it. And any lady that can survive in this cutthroat scene here in the DMV for 24 years, I have to respect you.
Oh, thank
I
you,
have to
Earl.
respect you. Cecilia Villalobos, when did you first started dancing? What was your first dance? It doesn't matter whether it was Latin or not. When did you first start dancing?
I was 4 years old, and my family danced a lot of folk Peruvian dance, marinera and Afro Peruvian. That's how I started. Dancing with my aunts and my uncles. Uh, they are from the north of Peru, so the roots in the north is the folk, the marinera norteña, dancing with a handkerchief and moving a lot of hips and a lot of zapateo, which is the footwork. That's how I started.
Okay. So you've been dancing since you were 4.
Four, yes.
Well, I mean, it seems like salsa is one of your big passions. When did you start dancing salsa?
Yes, I went through transitions. It's like at 4, I was doing the folk dancing, and I'm pretty sure I didn't know what I was doing, right? So then I move on to sports, swimming and gymnastics, a lot of gymnastics, a lot of ballet, a lot of uh, classics, contemporary dancing. And that's when it clicks. It's like, oh, I want to be a dancer. I want to, I want to learn more dancing, but I don't want to learn just ballet, and I don't want to learn just contemporary. I want to kind of start the gymnastics, the rhythm. That's at that point. That's how I started. It's like I dance to be on the floor and move my hips and everything that. At that point, when I was learning age 6, age 10, age 12, it was like second position, first position, third position. I'm like, I want more than this.
Right.
Um, so then it clicked more to start doing more Afro Peruvian because the hips and the shimmies and the rib cage start moving more. And then when I decided to become a dancer,
Oh,
oops, can you see me?
okay. We good. I'm
Okay,
glad. I'm
thank
glad
you.
it didn't go off because this was a good interview.
Yes. So being a dancer in Peru is not like people don't take it the right way. They don't see it like you can become a professional dancer. The first thing that they see is like you're going to be like in clubs dancing or do something different.
Right.
So I decided to pursue my career as a professional dancer, taking arts. That's my major. I major in arts,
Okay.
and that covered all more than anything else. So now we're doing Afro, we're doing a lot of Cuban Afro, we're doing a lot of contemporary Afro, we're doing a lot of samba, we're doing a lot of hip hop. Now we have a variety of dancing. So I didn't know I was going to become a salsa dancer. My passion for dancing was first Argentine tango.
Right. I've seen you and Patricio, who I call the
Yes.
who I call the Renaissance man. That boy can do everything. He can dance, teach. He does your eyeliner.
Yes.
He,
So
he's fabulous.
I joined a company in Brazil for 4 years at the same time that I was going to university and studying arts. Uh, I graduated. My dad was moved to Washington, D.C. from Peru. He said, I think it's time for you to spend some time with us. I moved to Washington, D.C., but I started clicking with the dancers. So I ended up 6 months in LA when I met the Vasquez brothers. Then I ended up a couple months in New York when I met Eddie Torres.
Uh-huh.
Then I went to Orlando for like a month, and I'm like, I don't like it here. I'm going back to DC and let's see what's going on. So time was flying, and my dad is telling me, "What are you going to do?" I mean, I'm here as a diplomatic for a year, and I can help you for a year, but after that, you're on your own. So that's when I started looking for dance schools in the Washington D.C. area. I love LA, don't take me wrong, but
Right.
I'm like, it didn't click to be there. It didn't click to be in New York. So I went back to Washington D.C. and I'm like, let's start something here. So I moved here in '96, and I started working in different ballrooms, dance school, like Arthur Mary's, like
Right.
Virginia Ballroom, and I worked for Patricio's dad for a long
Oh,
time.
okay.
So I used to dance Argentine tango with Patricio's dad for almost 3 years.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, 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 yep.
All right. Yeah, that's so fabulous. That Argentine tango, I love it. So you're just all your life you just like been into dance and to fitness because besides your earrings, you're looking fabulous. You're
Oh,
looking
thank you,
fabulous.
Earl. So let me tell you a little bit about my background while I was learning how to dance in Peru. At the same time, I was doing modeling, but that was something that I didn't like. I didn't like to just change clothes and model. It was
Right.
something like I did it because my mom wanted me to be a model, but it's not something that it was in me. I was more into fitness and dancing, but at the same time, I think it was a good thing because I moved here in '96, and in '97, I they called me up. The Peruvian embassy called me up and say, we need a Peruvian model. There is a competition, Miss, and we need a representation from Peru. And I'm like, okay, I think I can do that. I have all the background. And yes, I joined the contest and I win the contest. I had one of my students at that point, Sakari. He was Japanese. He did the Argentine tango dance. That was the part of the competition. We won, and that opened doors for me to do an Argentine tango and a salsa. So at that point, when I won, everybody called me this the Miss Queen, Miss Salsa Queen, Miss Salsa Queen. You're Miss Salsa Queen. You're the queen because you won representing Peru, and you salsa. That's how everything started clicking. So the same year, I met Ricardo, and Ricardo was looking for a place where to train. I met Jim at the ballroom that I was training, and Ricardo is like, "We need help. We need dancers for DC Salseros. We have a team, and I know you're Miss Peru, and I know you know how to dance. So, do you think you can join DC Salseros?" And I said, "Of course." "Do you think you can help us with the dance floor?" I said, "Sure. I'll talk to the owners of the place, and definitely we can train." So that's how everything started. So now I'm dancing with Ricardo and DC Salseros. Woohoo!
who else was in that group with you when you were in there?
Piero, Claudia,
Wow.
Jim. I think it was the first year they were doing something because after me, Zion joined. After me, I don't remember who was there, but I mean, I remember traveling to Pennsylvania with Piero and Claudia, Ricardo and Elba. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Ricardo, he used to have the crazy parties, right?
Yes. So then, the same year, through DC Salseros, I get to meet Wendell and I get to meet Aileen. And I told Wendell, I was in LA and I see you work a lot in the DC community. I would like to throw a workshop here with friends. We're the three brothers. Maybe the three of them cannot come, but at least one of them. So that's the time, 99, if I'm not mistaken. That was the time that we brought Francisco Vasquez. And I team up with Francisco. We were doing routines here and there. But I think the main thing that opened doors for me in the dance community, in the Argentine tango community, and in the salsa community was become Miss Peru in 97, Miss Festival Latino 97, Miss Mundo 97. That's how everybody started, like, oh my God, this really cute Latina from Peru knows how to dance. And she's a model too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Crazy.
At the
That's
same time, I continue with the fitness. I never stopped training people from the beginning. When I moved, I joined gyms and always trying to lead people to the right direction with the fitness goals.
right.
Um, I love I love health. I love nutrition. So it's something that I don't know. It was part of me. I think maybe because of the sports and just to lead the people to the right direction in fitness, in dancing, makes me happy.
Right. So you have a daughter. Does she dance? Does she have any interest in dancing at all?
Yes, Mariah started dancing at age 5 until age 12. So she would like salsa. She would like salsa on one. Then she said, "No, mom, I want to learn salsa on two." And then she's like, "Mom, all my friends love bachata. Now I want to learn bachata." So she leans more for the on two salsa, and she loves bachata. Right now, at age 18, she loves bachata.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm not gonna hate. Everybody loves bachata. Everybody loves bachata. You know.
Everybody loves bachata. Yes.
And it's funny because as soon as people as soon as bachata became more popular, because you were a versatile dancer and you could dance all style, it was not a problem for you to also, as you do now, teach bachata classes as well. So, see, I could never. teach a bachata class. I mean, I can do a basic, very basic, because I'm not a bachata dancer. I do okay with the salsa.
Yes.
So everybody has this thing. But I have noticed that the best dancers who dance salsa are not normally salsa dancers. They're dancers
Right.
who dance salsa.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You
Yes.
can do all kinds of stuff. You can do tango. I love that tango.
Yeah. Oops. Earl, where you go? Earl. Hello. Earl. I think Earl disappeared for a second. I'm still live. So I'm gonna wait for Earl.
Wow.
I think he's back.
Wow. I would have been so embarrassed. But anyway, we move on. So, Cece, do you remember when we used to go to Cecilia's
Oh yeah.
before it was TSR and they had the black and white square, and
Yes.
we would go see Orquesta La Romana and all the bands, the JC band. Do you miss those times?
Yes, I do. I do. It was beautiful. All of us, we will get together and dance with each other, and it was a positive, like the best energy ever. We
I
were
love
friends. We were
Cecilia's.
brothers. We will click every time we see each other. We fight.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know, I, I don't know. It seemed like the dancers were a little, and I don't want to seem like some old fogey or living in the past, but it seemed like when we were coming up, Cecilia, it seemed like we had about 50 or 60 people who got along very well.
Yeah.
And it seems like the cliques are a little smaller now. They're 4 or 5. They're the dance groups, and then there may be 6 or 7. Why do you think that happened? Or you don't know? It just happened. It is what it is.
I don't know. I think we used to love each other before. We didn't care about who was better than anybody. I think we like to share our passion of dancing, and we used to be happy interacting one to each other. I think by time passes, groupies were starting to show. Oh, I don't want to dance with her. Oh, I want to dance with her. I don't know. It kind of start very. The feeling was like very immature. They just will dance with a group and they won't want to dance. Like all of a sudden, you will see on two and on one on this side, on two on this side. Oh, I don't want with on one. I don't want with on two. I'm like, wow, just dance. This should be fun. What's going on? Why
Yeah.
all the hate when this should be just happiness?
It seems like the salsa scene is the. I mean, there's drama in all the scenes, but just like now, we don't really have a scene going on. People are starting to back dance now, but we didn't even have a scene going on, and there was drama. These I don't understand these salsa people.
Yes.
This is always. I mean, always just who should be this or who should do that, or just let people do what they want to do.
Exactly. Yes. Enjoy what you do.
So check this out. And this is true. And this is heavy. Going on with the current situation. When you started teaching, oh, you better believe there were some people that were saying, why is she teaching? Who is she? When I started teaching, they were saying, he black, he don't, who is he? He don't know nothing. Why is he teaching? Okay, but I've been teaching for 18 years and I've taught thousands and thousands of people. And you've been teaching for 24 years and you've taught thousands and thousands. My point being,
Yes.
who to know who's ready to teach and who's what to what? You know what I'm saying? That's not for me to say. If you and I didn't dance because we were worried about someone telling us that we weren't ready to teach, we would never teach.
Right.
It's people getting on everybody's business and all that, and this is the kind of stuff that makes people want to dance bachata and kazumba and everything else. It's just so much damn drama with this salsa shit. Do you
Yeah.
want to dance? Do you not? You want to dance to somebody who dances on two? Guess what? You're gonna have to learn how to dance. You're gonna have to learn how to dance on two.
Of course, of course.
Don't be crying. Nobody wants to dance with me because I don't dance on two. You want to dance on two? You gotta learn how to dance on two. You
Exactly.
don't want to? Just dance on one. Dance in a circle. Dance whatever. Afro Cuban. Do whatever.
Yes.
But don't be running around talking nobody wants to dance with me.
Right. That's wrong. That's something that we didn't used to experience before. When we used to go to Cecilia's and we used to meet with Zion, you and all the dancers, it was a very nice feeling, you know. It was love and the passion of dancing on the floor. It was not like a hate or like jealousy of, oh, who is she or why, you know, or who is he or and why. No, it was not like that.
It is what it is. What can you do?
Well, I have an advice for all the new instructors and people who maybe think they know how to who are professionals, you know. Um you never stop learning. Okay. For me to become a dancer or call myself a dancer or call myself an instructor or call myself a choreographer, I have to take classes every single year, because as time passes, I get old and all the technique that I knew in 96 has changed. There's like fusion now in the salsa. We bring the afro with the salsa move, we bring the song with the on two and the on one, we bring the fusion afro. So I do believe like all these people that think that they know how to dance, they should first think about trying to get all the training as much as they can, and just not focus on one instructor. Try to take as many lessons as you can, and see the overall and become yourself, and just don't be a hater. Like share the passion of salsa, you know.
It's crazy. It's
Yes, it
crazy.
is. Are you there, Earl? Earl, I lost you again. It says you are in the show. Earl, come back to me, Poppy. Okay, let's wait for Earl, guys. I'm not sure where he's at right now. Earl, Earl, you're frozen. I just have a picture of you, like with a very happy face. I need you to ask me questions. Okay, guys. So my name is Cecilia Villalobos, and we are waiting for Earl.
This is
Hopefully,
so.
he's coming back soon. There we
This
go.
is,
Now Earl is back.
yeah, this is so embarrassing. What the hell? This has never happened to me before. You know what it is? You looking so hot that my computer can't even handle all this action. What? So I'm glad we came back. Damn, that's so embarrassing. Anyway, I have a question that I want to ask you, and I want you to answer this seriously.
Huh?
I have a question I want to ask you. Can you hear me?
Sure. Yes.
How come you never asked me to be in any of your groups?
Oh, Errol.
Is it because I'm too old?
No, no at all, no at all. Um, I think I had like the baby. I have to babysit all the dancers that I was training, and I had like the three left feet that I was trying to place them on an intermediate or advanced level to try to put a nice show for the audience, you know. But no, of course I would love to
But
dance with
but
you.
but tell me, none of the groups ever asked me to be in their groups. Nobody's never asked me.
And why
Never.
not? Earl, you're forgetting that we're supposed to be a routine together. And that never happened.
You know why? because I like to keep things real. I know why no one's never asked me to be in their groups, and I'm going to tell you why you and I never did anything together because I'm just not on your level.
Oh
I would embarrass you on the stage,
no, at all, no
and
at
I
all.
would embarrass myself.
I don't believe in embarrassment. I do believe in training, and I do believe in time to train, time that we have to put together as a partners, as a couple,
Uh huh.
a commitment that has to be done. I don't believe in failure. I believe in success.
Mm-hmm.
So I do believe like if we were going to team up, we were going to be hot on the floor, but the opportunity is still there. It hasn't been done. That is different.
Now I, you crazy. Let's move on. Let's move on. Nobody wants to know why I'm not invited to be on the team. We want to
No,
hear.
and
We want to hear about you.
I think it's a bless that you haven't been part of the team because it has the positive and the negative. Having a team and being a director of a team, you and we are all human beings, and I'm not judging. I'm just being honest. You have the ones that want to work hard, and you have the ones that you have to babysit. And if I want to give 110% because I want to represent the team. I want to represent my name. My name is out there, but it's never 110%. Of 20 dancers that I have trained in early years, maybe just 8 of them will give the time to practice, and the rest I have to babysit all the time. So I
Okay.
think you didn't miss too much, Errol.
Okay.
You did not miss too much. No,
So
Errol, you're gone again. I have a picture of you with your happy face, but you're gone. You're back.
you know what?
Errol, I
I'm
think
not gonna do this anymore. This is so embarrassing.
I think your computer is nervous.
Yeah, because actually I'm kind of nervous over here.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to keep my composure. Anyway, let me ask you this:
Sure.
is it just me? And I know you don't like to compare people. I still haven't seen anybody who can dance as good as Shaka and Sion since we came up. Have you? That live here? Have you? Maybe.
No, I think we have two top dancers right there that represent Washington D.C. pretty well, and I haven't been able to sing anybody with like the technique and the style that they have. You are right on that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I'm like, is somebody ever gonna come here to be able to impress me like Sion and
But
Shaka?
Errol, you have to understand something. When we started, all of us, including Shaka and Zion, we were into learning the right way. We will travel to New York or LA to get training from top dancers. We just didn't get on YouTube and I'm gonna copy paste that step. Oh, she's chimmy and doing the kiki, and I'm gonna do it now. No, that was not. We went all out and we paid for the classes and we travel and dedicate ourselves times to get better, and they did an outstanding job working on themselves. Zion and Chaka, they're amazing dancers. I love the two of them.
Can you still hear me? This stupid thing. Can you still hear me?
Yes, baby.
I am so embarrassed.
It's okay. If you're gone, I can talk.
Yeah, if it goes out again, maybe you might can. I don't know, teach us that. No. So why do you think that?
Now you're gone again, Errol. Now I don't see you at all. Now I don't have your happy face. Hopefully you're coming back soon. Okay, guys, I'm not sure what's going on with Errol and his internet connection, but Cecilia Villalobos is here to talk a little bit. Oh, I think Errol is back. because
I think I think I better end this because this is like crazy. But I'm not ready to go yet. A lot of people are saying you talk. They don't usually see you talk this much. You just usually dance and do your
yes,
thing. So that's just really good. Actually, I mean, you always talk around me, but I wasn't expecting you to talk this good. This has been really good.
yes, yes. And besides that, we've been like in with this whole pandemic, we've been home. I mean, a lot of time. So it's uh, it's beautiful to talk to you, Earl. I haven't seen you in a while, but I'm looking forward to give you a hug and a kiss soon.
Uh, well, thank you. Well, that's so kind of you, Cecilia.
You're
Yes.
welcome.
Uh, and you know what? Those earrings, you better work it, girl. You better work those earrings. All right. Okay. You know. So,
Actually, these earrings,
uh-huh,
when I won my last beauty passion, 2013, Mi Señora Latina 2013. Yeah, a lady from Peru gave me this.
uh-huh.
And I mean, it means a lot. It means a lot to me. Just like in a special events, you will see me with this.
Now, what is the scene like down in Peru? Because I don't want to stereotype, but I guess I am. A lot of Peruvian. There are a lot of very good Peruvian salsa dancers in the DMV. It seems like a lot of them dance very well. What is the scene like down in Peru?
It's very good. Luis Segarra from New York started the first Peru salsa congresses years ago, maybe 15 or 10 years ago. And through him, I've been always being invited to participate in the different events as a judge, international judge,
Uh
in
huh.
all the salsa competitions that took place in Peru. And I'm thankful because I've been able to see how the dancers being able to develop themselves with all the skills. How they didn't know how to count the first year, but then how Luis Segarra will lead them to the right direction and tell them you have to focus on this and this technique and that technique and try to go to this uh, to take lessons with these instructors if you can. And the scene in Peru is amazing. You have amazing dancers. We have the worldwide champions, Natalia Villanueva and Declan, represent Peru for the last past, I think, 8 years, winning different competitions.
Right.
Yes, yes, yes.
Man, I like to go down there,
Let's
man. Yeah.
go.
Is it expensive down there?
um,
I'm cheap.
if we want to go sightseeing, if we want to go to Cusco or
Uh,
like the beautiful places that we have,
uh,
it gets a little pricey, but it's still cheap. I mean,
yeah.
you
So,
can.
what's the scene? I mean, is COVID running rampant down there, or what?
Yes, it's very bad.
Okay.
It's very bad. They were in lockdown. Maybe by now, maybe they are in phase 1 or 2. I'm not sure, but there is a lot of dead people there. Yeah, it's a pretty bad situation. Yeah.
Hmm. And
Hmm.
they got some really good bands down there too.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
I'm so embarrassed about this internet thing. I can't have this. I got a couple of shows coming on. I can't. Anyway, let's move on. So, what was your favorite venue of all time? Was it Zanzibar, or was it the Salsa Room, or was it Cecilia's when it was Cecilia? Pick between those three. What was your favorite place to dance?
Well, you're forgetting Chelsea's.
Chelsea's. That's right.
That was my favorite place to dance.
Oh, really?
Chelsea's. Yes.
Well, I loved it there. I love Chelsea. Zanzibar is good for me, but I'm
Yeah.
talking to you, so we're gonna talk about what you like, and you say Chelsea's was okay. Chelsea's was your number one spot. Well, that answered that question then. Okay.
Yeah, Zanzibar was my number two.
Uh huh.
Thanks
Okay.
to thanks to Aileen, she gave me the opportunity to perform in that location in Zanzibar many times.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, I don't think there'll ever be a place like Zanzibar again. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the best for me.
That was a place that we all get together and dance on a Wednesday night. And you froze again, Earl.
They had a lot of. Can you hear me, Cece? This is crazy.
Yes, now
Oh
yes.
God, Cece, this is crazy.
It's
I gotta
okay.
check, I gotta check this internet thing out because this is not a good look. We, maybe we'll do a part two later once I get this thing. This is not right, and we,
No problema.
we're gonna have to wrap this up. I'm so damn embarrassed. Wow. Anyway, Zanzibar and Chelsea's were your best.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I see you started classes back. You're doing the social distancing. You're only accepting 12 people. Tell us right now, while the internet is still working, this raggedy internet I got. Tell us right now what you got going on right now. Let people know what you're going, where they can see you, your Instagram messages and everything.
Yeah, so I still keep the virtual classes happening on Mondays and Wednesdays, 8 to 10. On Wednesdays, we have the Afro Mambo on 2. On Wednesdays, we have salsa on 1 and bachata. At Ludmila Dance School, we start with 12 students, social distancing, no partner work, just footwork. On 2, on Friday nights, 7 to 8, and Chacha Bugaloo with a little bit of pachanga from 8 to 9. On Saturdays, we're at Ludmila from 5 to 7, salsa on 1, and bachata.
What's your website?
www.dcsalsaqueen.com.
Instagram,
DC Salsa Queen,
Twitter.
DC Salsa Queen.
Wow. Cecilia, it has been a pleasure and an honor to speak with you today. It's always a pleasure seeing you.
Oh, thank you, Earl.
You look simply marvelous. And
Thank you.
we're gonna wrap this up because I can't have this thing go off one more time. But maybe we'll catch back up with you soon.
Sure, I still have to talk about all my training that I had in this lockdown. I've been home, but virtually I've been in Spain, I've been in Italy, I've been in Australia, I've been in Cuba, taking as many classes as I can to keep myself busy and with the new techniques and the new style and the new fusion
Right.
happening worldwide. So I've been home, but I've been preparing myself for a lot of new things coming out.
So how do you? I'm sure it had to take time for you to get used to it, but how do you feel about the virtual training?
When I start teaching, that's exactly what I wanted to feel. I wanted to feel it myself. That's what I communicate with instructors from Cuba that teach Afro contemporary, and but that was one on one.
Right.
I wanted to feel how the students feel, and it was interesting because I will look at him and he will tell me, "You're not doing your arm right. Now stretch the other arm." And I'm like, "But I think I'm doing what you're doing."
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "No, you're not. You're keeping your arm to the side. You have to bring it back." And I'm like, "Oh, can you move sideways so I can see you a little bit better?" So yes, if I am having trouble getting the information as an instructor, as a coach, um, I had to change. I had to change the vision to teach and make the students feel comfortable while they take the virtual. It's just not. It's not all about teaching virtual. It's about how you are going to project with the classes.
Cece, can you hear me?
Yes.
We're gonna have to.
You've been there all the time.
We're gonna have to wrap this up because I hate this so much.
It's okay.
But I want to thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
And thanks for being my friend for 24 years.
Oh, thank you for being my friend, Earl.
This was fabulous. I had a great time. We got to wrap this up. We could go on, but this stuff is raggedy. This ain't right. I'm not projecting a good image, so I got to end it while we can still hear and talk to each other.
Okay, sounds good.
Cece, thank you so much.
Thank you, Earl.
Next time I'll have my internet act together. This is the first time this has happened, but I don't know what's going on. I paid the cable bill, so I don't get it. But anyway, All right. TC,
Don't
thank you so
worry.
much, and talk to you later.
Besos. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.